one of my subscribers, or the guy I subscribe to also, Glockshooter79, wanted to see this little pond for some reason. Nothing really special to it. There were a couple more goldfish, but they died. There's only 2 left. There used to be a pump hooked up. It was actually one of my dad's friends. He's also my friend, the guy that drilled the hole through the CZ26 bolt. He's the one that set this pond up, but he doesn't do anything with it anymore. My dad doesn't do anything. They kind of abandoned it. I took it over, and I don't ever run the pump. I haven't run the pump in years. I just put some fresh water, overflow it every so often, give them a little food, and sometimes there's some frogs in there. I was hoping to catch a frog, but I haven't seen one the last few days. It's got some cattails. Some people call these tulies. It's got a water lily. This thing will have some big pink flowers that come up. I don't see any bulbs or any flower pods. And I've got a ramp for the frogs to get in and out of. And that's about it. Pretty simple. We used to have a bigger tank with koi's in it, but it's pretty much the same thing, just a big galvanized stock tank, you know, with some rocks and some of these plants in there. The same thing that killed 2 of these goldfish. They got some kind of sores on them and died, like blisters and some little places where you could see their blood vessels. But the ranchers will put goldfish out here in the stock tanks too, way out in the middle of the desert. It keeps the algae down, because the algae can be poisonous to cattle. I guess just like an ocean with one of those red algae blooms that kills all the fish. Well, even this green algae has toxins in it. And since we're right here, take a look at something. There's another one right there. These are training mines. I can't find these on the internet. Or at least back when I looked a couple years ago, I couldn't find anything about them. But these mimic anti-tank mine. They're made out of plastic. I don't know if you'd call that UN blue or what, but I mean, they're pretty cool just to get for free. They don't actually do anything. You can turn the little knob, but it doesn't do anything. There were a bunch more of them. I wish we had picked all of them up. You could tell they had already been out there for years. And I'm building up to melt brass down. I melted a bunch of this aluminum or zinc or mix or whatever the heck it is. And I got like a big witch's cauldron, and I got a bunch of mesquite wood and a 1960s hair dryer. Blew some air into it. It came out alright. I've got a propane torch I built too. But the propane torch melts. This stuff melts easy enough with wood. I don't want to waste the propane, but I need to build a foundry. I would have already had it built, but I got this disease attacked my legs again, and I pretty much been in bed. I'm getting better now, but I've been in bed most of the time. Trying to sell off all this old motorcycle stuff I'm never going to use. But I've got lots of brass. There's one of my brass stashes. It's mostly 308. And make sure there ain't no black widows up on this and get me. But there's probably still a few live rounds in it. Have to go through it. But they won't take this stuff at the scrapyards around here, otherwise I would have already sold it. And I've tried selling this stuff to reloaders. I'd sell it to them for the price of scrap, $1.40 a pound, but nobody wants it. Guess it's just so common. It's been laying out in the desert too. I've read that can suck or erode the zinc out of them and cause the brass to be brittle if it's laid out there and tarnished for long enough. So I'm gonna try and melt this down eventually.